Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Monday, June 9th. It's already the first week of June, already cruising through June, and it's wild. And here we go. Let's see what the market's going to bring us today. That's for sure. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? Let me click over so you can see the heat map right there. It's not too bad. Microsoft's down. Tesla's way down there. And the SPY is up a few cents. It's not looking bad this morning. It wants to jump back up into that 6, and I'm telling you, it wants to get to that 610 before it comes crashing back down. So that's what it looks like at the moment. And I was sitting there looking at the Jolie's jumpers a little bit ago, and I didn't even hit the repost button, but let me hit that real quick so we can hop on there. And our laptop lowdowns, I also saw that list. And there we go. And now we'll go through our Jolie's jumpers real quick and see what's popping this morning. So let's go ahead and check these out with CYCC here and see what's going on with CYCC. It is up a little bit right there. I remember it was dipped down, right? Is this the one, or CYCU? Something like that we looked at. And it is just kind of dipping down there. We'll see if this thing can get set back up. It may want to crawl back up and roll back up for a little bit. Not sure if it will cross through, but it may try to move in that DIST we were looking at last night. That's pulled back a little bit right there. FAAS is DigiAsia, and that's just kind of hanging out right there. So let's see what FAAS right here, and DigiAsia right there is kind of just, it doesn't look too bad. I'm just not sure if it's going to curl up just yet. KNW was cruising up, no labs, and that was a runner the other day, and it looks like it's continuing to pop up there. KNW, there you go at that one, 149, almost $5 right there this morning. That one's running. Movano, let's see, MOVE, that thing's curling up. It went up to that 20 area right there. MOVE, move, and it is starting to move up to that 20, so keep an eye on that thing. It was running up there on Friday and trying to again. NCL had a huge dip there. We were looking at this guy, and that was a nice dip. So look and see if it'll have a little bounce. 36 to 40. It's at 31 right now, and it got down to 28. So watch for some pullback. OMH, that thing was dipping. It kind of looked like a bottom last night. Let me see if I remember. I know we've been watching this thing as well. And yeah, that took that nice dip as well, and it's bouncing up a little bit. There was some resistance or support down there, so now it's popping back off. So keep an eye on OMH. We've been watching it, and it took a nice dip. ORGO, that looks like it popped up there pretty good. Not sure if it's going to last, but it looks like it was running up, and it was 323. Oh, it gapped up, I think. Oh, wait, hold on. It was up right there, and now it's just at 323. So that was Friday, it looked like. TGE, I know this is a new one we looked at, and it was jumping around, but it's hard to tell. I think it's going to pop up some more. I have no idea. Generation Essentials Group, it's hard to tell with them brand new ones. And TPST, Tempest Therapeutics, is running up here. TPST. And here we go with our Jolie's jumpers right there. And that doesn't look bad. Could pull back and set back up right there for TPST over that resistance. Now it'll be support line for it, so not bad right there. And thank you, Asian Jolie, greatly appreciate that list right there. Let's run right into our laptop lowdowns. ARAI right here, Arrive AI, that's a newer one. That's the one that we might have to keep an eye on as well. And good old Holo came way down. We've been watching this bad boy, and it's a nice dip. That could be a good opportunity. Holo could get rolling again, so we'll keep an eye on Holo. Look at it trying to crawl back up. And let's see, MFI, that was trying to move. Let's see what it's doing. It was moving last week a little bit, MFI. And let's see. Here we go. MFI, it's still in the top there. We'll have to see if it wants to curl back up. Not exactly sure. And how about Mullen taking that nice run the other day? And let's see, after the reverse split, it did pop up, and now it's pulling back. They'll probably pull another reverse split soon. So be careful with that one, obviously, but it did run up there. MWYN. I don't even know what, Marwin Holdings or something way down there. Might have to take a look at this one today. NUWE. New Wellis right here trying to pop out of the basement. Looks like it could be trying to run right now a little bit. Let's take a look at it. Maybe you'll catch a little opportunity this morning. That is today, and it was running up there 54 to 80 and back to 49. So we might have to keep an eye on that for a little run around. And OBLG is oblong. That one had been running up and took a dip the other day. That's in that channel. OFAL. This is a newer one that we'll never look at, I don't think, but that one's just pulling back. Take a look at that guy. SAGT. Did I just like jump completely out of order? I have no idea. I'm looking at it like I already did OMH, but I didn't do a couple of them other ones. Anyway, let's just keep rolling. SAGT right here. And let's see what this one is up to. SAGT. And that's not looking bad to start curling up, guys. Keep an eye on that one today. And SCNI Sinai or something. And yeah, look at this thing. This was up there at 6 and took a huge dip back down. That's a nice dip back down there. And it was a nice run up though for sure. And now it could be trying to curl back up. Keep an eye on this thing. Look at that. That's pretty wild. Right there, SCNI. And there you go for your laptop blowdowns. And thank you, Laptop Travel. And be sure to check out his newsletter. And here we go. Let's see what this SPY and big caps and mag 7 are up to, and we'll take a look and see what you guys want to see. Let's take a quick look at REGN. That thing was looking pretty good last night, and it is looking pretty good to try to set up. That looked like it bottomed out, and it does look like it's going to try to run some, so I would keep an eye on that REGN. I'm just going to jot that one down. Keep an eye on that. I already have it written down. That one. Genius right here was starting to look pretty good. That's up this morning right there. And Cake, that was looking pretty good and jumped up a little bit right there. And let's see what else. Fuel Cell, that was looking good as well last night. And it's continuing its way up here. FCEL, it was running up Friday, and it's just kind of hanging out at 650 or 660. It got up to 666, and it's at 661 right now for Fuel Cell, FCEL, and MU. Let's see. We'll go through it in a minute anyway, but yeah, that one's trying to get up there to that 110, like I was saying, and we'll see if it does get up there. MDAI, Spectral MA, Spectral AI. I mean, let's see what this is doing right here. It looks like it jumped up. You were looking at this the other day, Zach, and it did jump up. I'd be careful though; it could be pulling back after that. Look, it's in the top, so you could have been you could be topping out there at that 233 area. Maybe it pulls back a little bit, but it does have that look. And UNH right here. Let's see what the United Healthcare, that one's not looking bad. Just getting into that channel now, and that one should be pretty decent right there. So keep an eye on that. And again, our SPY is up 66 cents. Not looking bad, not at all. A little flat on a Monday morning, but still trying to curl through. And I still think it's trying to creep its way up to that 610, but there is a dip. It will be coming. So we'll see what happens on that today. And Apple looking good. Like I said, that's up 90 cents. There you go for Apple. Amazon right here. That is up as well, looking pretty good. And Google's up a little bit, looking pretty decent. Meta looking pretty decent right there. It's up. It's still in the top. Be careful with Meta right there. And Microsoft's been running up, and that one I think will have to come out of the top right there pretty soon. And how about NVIDIA right here? Oh, let me see. NVDA. There we go. And that is trying to curl back up as well. It doesn't look too bad. And Tesla took a beating again. It's down there. And it looks like it's going to keep on dipping, guys. Like I said, you could see this thing down to the 230s down there. So keep an eye on Tesla right there. AMC right here at 341, and we'll see if that can roll off. GameStop wanted to roll off, and it looks like it's trying to. They look like they have earnings coming up as well on the 10th, which is tomorrow for GameStop earnings. And Chewy right here looks like it's pulling back, and that one should. It's been way up there, but Unity could try to roll off and get moving again. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Netflix right here is still over that 1200, and it just constantly just pulls back a little and goes up a little higher. Netflix is crazy. AVGO, that one took a big dip the other day, but still kind of hanging out there. I'll have to see what it wants to do as it hits that 20 right there. And MU, like I said, wants to get to that 110 area. And TSM right here has looked pretty good to try to run up into that top. So keep an eye on that one as well. And SMCI, that bad boy is trying to get it's trying to. I'm not sure. I'll look at it today. It might get pushed back down into that 250 day right there for SMCI. I'll have to look at that one today. AMD was setting up, and that one's looking pretty good to set up as well. So keep an eye on that. QCOM's been kind of bullish, and that one's setting up the run as well. So you might want to keep an eye on AMD and QCOM right there, and INTC. Let's see what that's up to. That one's just kind of hanging out there. Could be curling up, but I don't think it's really ready to run yet. PayPal's looking pretty bullish to try to continue up. Watch for any dips there. Snow's been way up there, and it still wants to run in the top, which is pretty wild right there. And that is our snow, and it's making snow angels at the top right there. It's pretty wild. Dell's been running up pretty well too, and it looks like it's going to hit that line. We'll see what happens when it hits it, because it's been up in the top and it's trying to get back up there, but I'm not sure if it will. And Palantir, that did try to run back up, but I think that's got some pullback. Sophie was setting up though, I'll tell you that. Sophie's looking pretty good right there, I must say. And how about Marit and Riot? Marit looks pretty good. Riot looks pretty good at the moment. And I know Bitcoin was way up. CleanSpark looking pretty good right there. And MicroStrategy, that's not that one. That's there. And that actually looks a little better this morning. I don't know if it'll curl through, but it definitely looks a little bit better. DJT is up a little bit. And how about Fun? That was looking pretty good to try to run. And Coinbase right here, that's up a little bit, looking not bad. And Hood is down, and people were expecting that to get into the S&P 500. And again, that was at the top, so I was a little weary of that one. And let's take a look and see what our crypto is doing. Bitcoin at 107,320, and Sol's at 155. Ethereum's at 2532. And let's see, Cardano's at 67 right there. And Ripple, let's see what Ripple is doing. Doge is at 18. And Ripple's at 226. And I think Ripple does want to cruise. The rest of them aren't looking bad. I guess they were pulling back like we were talking about, and they started to roll up overnight. Look at that thing. Had that bottom look. Remember I was saying, and it is curling up. I don't know. Maybe it does curl through here. It stays over to 20 and rips it up. They did have that pullback look, but they're making a nice base right here, especially Ethereum as well. And even Solana looks like it wants to try to get rolling. So we'll see. They can curl up and still dip down a little bit, but they're not looking bad this morning. And Ripple wants to get ripping, though. So I know that does look pretty good. And our Doge down here is curling up a little bit better. Cardano is looking a little better. So they all look a little better this morning, that's for sure. And even Chainlink's trying to curl up right there. So they do look pretty decent, and they are making them nice bases. And Bitcoin is at that 100,000, so that's a good look right there, and good for the rest of them. All eyes on AI as Apple takes the stage for WWDC. What the hell is WWDC? I don't even know what that is, to be honest. It's got to be some kind of event that I'm familiar with. Is that like a Walt Disney thing? I don't even know what the heck it is. What is WWDC? I seen it talking about WWDC before, and I don't even know what the heck it is. I guess it's some tech thing. You guys probably know. I have no idea what it is, but it sounds like some tech thing. Anyway, Bitcoin 107. So yeah, there you go. It's cruising along as well. And let's see, what else did that say? Stocks hold steady as investors eye China, U.S.-China talks. Well, who was saying that was going to happen, and some good news would come out and the market would pop back up. Third time lucky, Citi changes its S&P target once more after index hits 6,000, and U.S.-China trade talks in spotlight. Dow futures waver, and stock futures are a little changed with trade talks. Inflation data on deck this week. Let's see what's going on in the market real quick. See if we missed anything. We've seen all them. KLTO, we didn't look at that. That's running up. Look at this top wealth is way down there. Green Lane right there, still flat down there. HCTI, I'm telling you, has something going on, and that NCNA is looking pretty decent as well. We went over all them last night. And let's see what else is going on. RXRX is one I had mentioned before, and that thing is popping up there. And that Circle is running up another $13. So there you go with that one. And RGTI just pulling back a little bit. Plug not looking too bad, down a penny. And that Joby was running up. That HKPD is not looking too bad, getting into the top. That's one we had looked at. And MLGO trying to set up right there. So we'll keep an eye. And that DGLY, we'll have to look at that one today and see what it's up to. And let's see what's going on this side. SOGP, PYPD ran up there. And anything else grabbing my attention? Let me just see real quick. Not a whole lot on here, that's for sure. So nothing really grabbed my attention there. And some of the top gainers right here. Let's see KNW. We were looking at Tempest and all these guys. ONDS, I forgot to add that to the list last night. Someone mentioned it. And that thing's been steadily going up. Remember, we looked at this down here in like the 80s. It's almost at $2. It might have got there. It was close. So ONDS, another one that we gave out that was a monster call right there. And let's see, UAVS, we were talking about it last night, TGE Circle thing, that Dragonfly, that looked good a couple weeks ago, and that set up the run. So you know that I always see them a little bit early, and Archer's trying to get set up right there. UMAX, another one we were looking at last night, not looking too bad. So there you go, guys. That's what the market looks like at the moment. Let me see if I missed anything over here. And how Silo look. Let me take a look, Barb. I just saw that pop up, and I'll see what Silo looks like for you. How are you this morning, Barb? Hope you had a good weekend, everybody. And let's see, is it going to dip or is it going to pull back up? It's dipping right now, pulling back a little bit more. Let me X out of that one. And here we go. SILO. Let's see. It will when it gets back to that MACD. You should get a nice little roll off of that's what it looks like, and you have some support, but you may come back down a little bit more right there. So we'll keep an eye on that Silo to see when it wants to bottom out there, and we'll see if it wants when it wants to pop up. So keep us posted on that. Just remind me, and I'll keep an eye on it. And Soundhound right here has been trying to set up and looks a lot better right there. So I would say Soundhound not looking bad. And KNW rocket launched in first minutes of oh yeah, that one did rocket up there, KNW, and that thing was cruising along on Friday as well. So that was popping up, and OMH way down there. And there you go, a bunch of good ones right there. Laptop travel, I would say. What else do we have? That Bitcoin, and I think we got to everything. And let me see if I missed anything else. What's happening over here? Let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah, where was ETF at this morning? I didn't even look. Let's see where it's at real quick. Hold on. Let's see. And I hate that it always takes forever to do that thing, but here we go. It's starting 3.3. It is up, and I told you that looked like it bottomed out the other day when it got down to that 2.4 or whatever the hell it got down to, and it's not looking bad right here. So maybe that'll start cruising up as well. And let's see, that Rocket Lab is let's see what Rocket Lab was doing this morning. I know we looked at it before, RKLB, and that is running up and looks pretty good right there. US, that's a gold right there. That looks pretty good. JNUG's not bad. It doesn't look too bad right now, but that US AU looks pretty good to try to run up into the top, I must say. And let's see what else. I think we saw everything else, to be honest. That Nebius or something like that. Nebius, that thing's running up there. That was on the Discord right there. ASTS, that was on the Discord right there. And yeah, the Discord's crazy, guys. I'm telling you, between Godfather, Ben, and myself, You get some amazing picks all the time. I promise you that. And that PHAT, we were looking at this pharmaceutical one, PHAT, Phantom Pharmaceutical right there. And it was run up Friday, still in the top a little bit right there. Not looking too bad. So there you go. That was our news, our Jolie's jumpers and our laptop lowdowns. And of course, our SPY big cap crypto looking pretty good this morning, I must say. And what else is happening here? I think we got to everything, and we'll keep an eye. It doesn't look bad right there. And I do think there's some China and U.S. trade talks going on. I've been saying that for a week or two, and we'll probably get some good news and get that market bumped up there to that hot all-time highs. That's what it looks like it wants to do at the moment. I mean, the SPY looks a little crazy right there. It looks like it could dip, but it could also rip at any moment. So it does look like it's waiting to hear something, and it does not look bad. So I'd expect it, and I have been expecting it to get up to the 609 area, 610, 609, and then we're going to probably see some pullback there when it hits that resistance. I don't know if it's going to fly through that at the moment. We may see them pull back pretty good, but that's what it looks like right there. Good morning, Cadence. How are you? And the exits. So in the Discord, they do mention the exit picks as well. They tell you when they're selling their positions and everything. And in about 2 weeks or so, when I really start trading on there after I get my office wrapped up, I will be telling you where my entries and exits are. So that will be going on in the Discord as well, Cadence. So you can check that out. But yeah, Ben and Godfather already do it and all the time. So you can check that out. And ZBAO, let's see right here. ZBAO. That's a China one. You can tell by the letters, but let's see what that's doing. It looks like it's trying to curl up there. I don't think we've even been looking at this thing. ZBAO. And let's see right there. That just has Friday's look on it. And that looks like Friday too. I wish it was moving. It appears like it's trying to set up here. I'd have to look at it today, Barb, and I'll definitely take a peek at it today and see what it's doing. But it doesn't look like it's doing anything just yet. And yeah, the exits are going to be in the Discord now. Like I said, they mentioned when they sell their positions and this and everything, and then I will be as well telling you when I exit and enter things. So that will be in the Discord, and I've been just giving out pretty banger picks each day. If you're in there, you can see they've been running, that's for sure. So no doubt about it. I haven't been posting as many on social media, and again, X is just like not even fun anymore. It's good to do the shows on here and on the YouTube and stuff, but to post things, you can't even be interactive with anybody. That's why it was great, because you'd have all people commenting and have fun, have some interaction, and talk to people. And you had to cut off the comments because the spam was just so out of control. It got wild, so you had to kind of put a limit to it. And again, if anybody does want to follow along, that's following me, just let me know if you want me to follow you back, and I will. That way you can comment and all that, because anybody I am following, you can make a comment, or if I mention you in the post or something stupid like that. But anyway, just let me know and I'll gladly follow you. I followed a bunch of people that asked, and I see people posting, so it works out way better now, and it eliminates all this spam. It was just I couldn't see anything anyway, so it didn't matter whether it was this way or that way, because I missed everything for the most part, because it was just all spam nonstop. And yeah, Apple looking really good right there. I'm telling you, SPY not bad, and Amazon. So AMZN, we did our big caps already. They are looking good, but keep your eyes on them right there, because they look pretty nice right there. What's that boom up to? That's just kind of hanging out right there. And here's another one to keep your eye on. MTPLF, that Meta Planet right there. Keep your eye on this thing, guys, because this wants to run up. It's not moving yet this morning. At least it doesn't say it is. And there you go. I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review on a Monday morning. Things don't look bad, I must say that. So we will be keeping an eye. I'll keep you guys posted. And I'll be posting in the Discord as usual. But like I said, we'll really get cruising in about 2 weeks. or maybe 3 because I go on a few vacations real quick, and I'll wrap up the office probably today. I'll get that mostly done. I'm going to run out there. I'll be watching the market, but I do want to finish up the office real quick so I can get everything set up. So I am ready when I get back from Niagara Falls and all that good stuff. Vegas, Niagara Falls. I have a couple of trips coming up, and I will be traveling. But like I said, we will be zeroing in on trades and really just making accounts grow. And Ben and Godfather already do it on there. So that's why I thought I would take the lead as well, and or follow their lead, I shall say, follow their lead, and start doing the same thing and posting them. So, like I said, we will be trading great on there and locking in profits and watching accounts grow. So that will be happening on Discord, and I think that was the next step for the show. It'll be a lot of fun, and I did see a few people signed up, so greatly appreciate it. And like I said, it seems like everybody's pretty excited. I talked to a couple people. I know Sam's on there. He's been pretty happy. I know he's been following mine and Ben and Godfather's picks and all. And like I said, the community is pretty wild. It's all day long. That's why it's fun, because you can just hop in there, and in the VIP trading room, they're really active in there talking all the time. And but yeah, it's very active. A lot of great people in there, and it's just set up basically how X was before, when it was rolling really good, and you could see everything and talk to people and post your picks and have a good time, and everybody was having fun. That kind of disappeared on X, so we took it to Discord, and I think the Discord's even better now because you eliminated all the spam, and it's just people that really want to be involved in it. And so yeah, check it out. And like I said, the value is definitely there because it's not just my picks. I didn't want to do it just myself because I just kind of feel like, just relying on one person, I have an off week or something, and it kind of sucks. But I'm telling you, Ben, Godfather, and myself, you can scroll through, and it's really, really well. And it's good. And yeah, just hit me up on is it all day trade? Yeah, they're on there. That Discord's all day long. And so I'll tell you how it works. Ben puts out a morning note, guys. I read this thing as soon as I hop off of here. I read the morning note. It's really well. I mean, you can you can tell he spends time on it. It's not just AI generated, just like laptop travel. I'm telling you, it's really well done. So I read the morning note. He starts off with that, and then yeah, it's all day long. I post my morning feed, like what I like in the morning so far, and then what I see in the afternoon, I jump on. Like I said, I'm gonna really be a lot more active in the next 2 weeks or so. I was just kind of getting started, getting used to Discord, and now just kind of finishing my office now, so I can really get into the groove. And I'm telling you, when I do, it's going to be amazing. When I get zoned in, guys, it gets wild. I can already tell. Just being out there, I can already tell that I'm going to be zoned in, and it's going to be amazing. Trust me, it's what I needed to do. I needed to have that office out there and get out of this basement. I've been in here way too much time. It's great for the show. It's perfect. The lighting's great. The sound's good. All that's great, and I can cruise through the show. But then to think outside the show, I don't know. My brain can't work in this dark. So anyway, it'll be a lot better when that's all set up and I get back. I'll take a couple vacations, clear my mind. Everything will be good. I'll be zoned in, zeroed in. And in the meantime, I'll be posting stuff. And Ben and Godfather are very active on there. So Ben posts a morning note, and then all day it's just nonstop. And then if they see something, they post it. If they're posting, hey, we just entered this, we exited it. They give you the entries, exits, where they like things. And like I said, I'm going to follow their lead with that and start doing it myself. So on there, so that way you guys can really zero in and just know. But yeah, between the three of us, guys, it's just nonstop banger picks on there and in the great community. So yeah, feel free, Cadence. Any questions, feel free to hit me up on X and send me a DM, and I will definitely respond. So yeah, anybody wants to ask anything, has any questions before you check it out, feel free. I've already talked to a bunch of people, have already asked me a bunch of questions and all, and feel free. I'm more than happy to answer anything, and everybody knows I respond to everybody unless it gets lost in spam. But yeah, then just kind of post a comment, and I'll if you're following on X, Cadence, yeah, just hit me up and I'll definitely follow you back. That way you can post comments and all. And so, yeah, no problem with that. And any questions you have, I will be more than happy to answer. And concerned if I know what to get to because the picks are shared, which is a good analyst. And on the holo, but still holding you. And so that's why I'm gonna start really posting the exits too, because these things run up fast. I mean, holo is a beauty. Look at that thing. It was in I think it was in the 12s and the 11s, high 11s right there, 1182. That was a beauty. I mean, we nailed that thing, and it is setting back up. It probably will curl up. We'll see if it can get through that 20 when it rolls back up. It just ran back up to 7 the other day, pretty fast, real quick, or pretty fast the other day. So we'll see if it can run up real quick here again. But yeah, that's why I'm going to start posting them and just kind of attacking one at a time for you guys. And that way you can see you just start compounding them over. You don't got to get crazy, but you do have to get in and out of these things when they pop up and not really worry. You're going to see I'll tend to sell a little bit early. You'll be like, damn, there's, it could still run some more. And I just got used to it, guys. And that's what I'm saying. Like you get into your rhythm and your zone like that, and you don't really care about the tops. We know where the bottoms are, and as long as you're catching it on the way up and getting out of it with a nice profit, who cares? I can't catch that 1182 every time. It's crazy. But if I catch it anywhere between 9 and 1182, you're in pretty damn good shape when you bought it. I forget where we were, down here in the 6s or something. I forget where we were. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at, and we do it all the time. So you can see in some of these ones that run multi-days and they go crazy, like our RGC. It's just one of them situations. Like here, it was running up. It starts looking a little shady right there. You're not sure, and then it starts popping up more, and it is what it is. You can't nail them all, but I mean, still to run it from like way down here all the way to 400s from like 70s is still a pretty big smash. So you just got to take them, lock them in, and just move on to your next nice setup. And that's how you have to do it. If you're worrying about hitting them tops, you'll get smoked all the time. I promise you. I've tried it, and I can't tell where they are. I promise you that. So that's why you'll see. And like I said, you'll see that in the Discord when I start really doing it in the next couple weeks. You'll see exactly. You'll be like, wow, you do sell a little earlier, and it's perfectly fine with me. You can make good money doing it. And like I said, just clicking a button and boom, boom, get in and out of them. So that's what you're going to see happening. And some of them might be overnight, 1 day, 2 days. But yeah, nice setups right there. That's what we're going to be looking at. So there you go. And so yeah, that's I'm not even sure what that is. But anyway, yeah, that's the Discord, and like I said, it'll become a lot better in the next 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks, when I really, really get cruising along. But I still post a lot of great stuff, and Ben and Godfather crush it in there. Like I said, Ben literally turned 18K from October to over 700,000 right now, guys. So they're just cruising along, and I'm gonna just follow along and do the same thing with you guys. So I thought that was the next step. And when I saw what they were up to, I was like, yeah, this is a great fit. And I was happy that they asked me, and I thought it would be very valuable for you guys. Again, just not my picks, but you get all of us. So it is a really good service right there. And I believe I honestly believe you make that money back with no problem at all, to be completely honest with you. It's that good. And just in the last 2 weeks, if you hit some of my calls, you probably made it back. I bet Sam's pretty close to hitting it. So my Wi-Fi in my shed, Luis Rodriguez, I ain't gonna use Wi-Fi in my shed. I'm running the Ethernet cable out there, dude. Come on. Yeah, I'm running the Ethernet cable. I'm not trusting the Wi-Fi out in my shed. So yeah, I already got it set up. I just got to trench it out real quick, and it's real easy. It's my yards. I got a bunch of stone back there. It's all stoned in anyway, so all I have to do is move the stone, and underneath there's no grass. It's already taken out in the one spot. So yeah, I'll easily trench it. It's like digging in sand right there. So I will be trenching that and running the Ethernet out there. So it'll be hardwired in. Luis Rodriguez, how you like that? So yeah, I won't have no issues. And I already thought about that. I thought about the air condition, the heat. tried to think about everything that I was going to need. So yeah, it's going to be air conditioned out there. That's already got the vent popped out. A portable air conditioner worked perfect. It's a little shed. And my heater, I have a little portable heater. I use it in my basement because it gets a little chilly sometimes in the winter, and this thing's amazing. My in-laws heater broke this winter, and I gave it to them, and they say it'll heat up a room. This thing will literally heat up a room and keep it heated, and then you can just set the temperature like 70, whatever you want to, and it'll just keep it at that time. It's amazing. So yeah, they loved it. They're like, holy cow, this thing, we didn't even know the heater was broke. We just hung out in the living room, heated up like their entire first floor almost. It was pretty wild. It heats up my basement pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. And so yeah, that thing will keep the in the winter time. All I have to do is set it at like 70 degrees, and you can just leave it on. It'll just keep the maintain the temperature. Same thing with the portable AC. You basically just leave it on, and I don't need it that cold in there because I don't really care about it being that cold. So yeah, I can leave it, and it's all insulated. So once I hit that, once it gets in there into the temperature, it'll totally keep it. Brand new roof. It's all insulated. I insulated everything like super well with the foam and all. So that stuff's amazing. That'll keep the temperature in real well. They're all new windows, and it'll be all sealed. So yeah, it'll be good to go. And yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait, guys. I go out there now. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I can just feel it. When I start feeling it like this and seeing it, oh man, I seen the transformation before it was even going to happen. And now like my buddies are like, dude, you are going to love it out here. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. So thanks to my two buddies that helped me bang that shed out, because I could definitely not have done it myself anymore. That's for sure. And yeah, I'll knock the rest of the floor out. And the other stuff's pretty easy, but doing the big stuff, I just can't do it anymore. I'm like, I just don't see things anymore the right way, like the patterns and things. I don't know, like that kind of thing. I just don't do right. But whatever, it's going to be done and looking great. And all the electrics in there, I probably went overkill on electric, but it's all good. So yeah, I'm going to trench that Ethernet cable right into there, and that'll be hooked up. So it should be done in the next few days, and get it all transitioned. I think I'm going to just get a new computer out there. And these Apple, what are they? Apple Minis or something? Them computers, them little tiny computers. You can hook like any kind of keyboard, any monitor, any mouse into them. I'm telling you, they're the best computer ever. It's Apple Mini, I think they're called. And my buddy had told me about that when I was looking to see what I needed to do for videos, because my other one was I realized the memory, everything wasn't right for it. And this thing is just incredible, guys. I mean, the computer, I've had it for almost a year now, and it's great. And oh, Luis Rodriguez has a small wood stove in the shed. That's pretty awesome. I always wanted to do. I wanted to put a wood stove in my house. I was gonna do that when I redid the back room, but I was like, I had just done the roof, and I was like, I'm not putting a hole in the roof at this point and sealing it back in, because it just never works. You're gonna have a leak at some point. Not in the first year or two, maybe 5, but it will leak, and it's no way you can really keep up on it. If you do the roof around it, yeah, I could have flashed it in with no problem, but I had literally just redone my roof. I did it myself, so I was like, I'm not putting a hole in the roof now. And I hadn't redone that back room until like a year after, and I was like, no, that's not happening. But I always wanted one, and maybe next time I'll pop one of them in there. But that's a great idea too. Yeah, that shed, if I had like one of them, it would probably be yeah, you have an Apple Mini. Yeah, aren't they? I'm telling you guys, if anyone's looking for a new computer or need a new computer, these Apple Minis, and they're not even expensive. I mean, you can go on Amazon, buy an older model one for like $200, and the things are incredible, guys. And the new model ones, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to get, because you can run now 3 monitors. Before you could only run 2 monitors off of them. Now I'm pretty sure the brand new one, you can run the 3 monitors. I was just looking at it, and it's I'm telling you, this day, and the Wi-Fi on it's incredible. So I assumed I was going to get one from the beginning and use Wi-Fi, and figured it would work. I even have one of the adapters to make the range. But yeah, I was like, I'm just hardwiring this thing in, because I don't want to messing up when I'm trying to trade out there. So But yeah, the Apple Minis, Cadence, if you need a new computer, I'm telling you. And like I said, you don't even need to buy the brand new ones. Go on Amazon, and Amazon, they have the Apple page on Amazon. They sell like the older models. They're cheap. I mean, couple $100, 300-400. And I'm telling you, it's probably the most amazing computer I've ever had. Way better than the Dells and stuff. The memory, how fast it is, the Wi-Fi, everything on it's incredible. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite computer. So I'm gonna get a new one of them for out there. And I already have a bunch of monitors. I might have to buy one more, and that's it. I'm pretty much set up. I have everything. So yeah, I'm gonna build a floating desk and everything. So it's pretty much gonna be ready to rock and roll real soon. It's gonna be pretty basic, simple, and it's nice and bright in there, white and color, and like really it's kind of like, like Apple Store almost look. And you walk in and it's like, yeah, this is a good feeling. So that's what I wanted, and there you go. So there's my office shed, and like I said, the Discord, I'll be posting a lot more. I do give a morning feed and tell people what's going on, so you can check that out. And obviously Ben Godfather, they've been crushing it in that thing since they started it, and they're not going to stop, and I'm just adding to it. So there you go. Yeah, TGE's a new one. It is moving up. It's just hard for me to see these new ones, Jeremy. I like to look at a lot of data, like 6 months or so. We can look at them. I can look at the candles, but I mean, it's hard. A big spike up like that. I don't have no idea what that thing's going to do. It doesn't look bad, but I can't promise you anything on that. Luis Rodriguez says, that Costco sells the minis as well. So I know Best Buy does, but yeah, if you want like a cheaper one, and like I said, they're amazing. Just get one with the memory that you need, and most of them have it. They're like 8 gigs and this and that. I mean, they're amazing guys, and but they're super fast, and the Wi-Fi is great on them. So yeah, a little commercial for Apple Mini right there, because they are it's the best computer. I was so glad when my buddy told me it. I'd never even heard of them, and he was like, "Dude, that's what you need. Go get one. You'll thank me later." And I hit him up. I was like, "You were right, dude. I'm thanking you for sure. It's definitely the greatest." So yeah, if you have a MacBook right now, I'm telling you, this thing's awesome. And again, it's like a desktop kind of thing, obviously the Apple Mini, and you can use like your Dell keyboard, your Dell monitor, your Dell mouse, whatever you want. You just USB them, plug them in, and it works with everything. And then yeah, it looks like your iPhone too, like when you have it. And then you obviously can link the two, and you can have everything set up. So it is an awesome computer there. And there you go. We talked about everything but stocks for about 10 or 15 minutes, but it's all good. The market's not looking bad this morning. Our SPY's looking good, and there you go. And like I said, I think Microsoft might have to come down. Our SPY's up over $1 now, and it is over 600, and it's moving towards that 610, like I said. And who said that China and U.S. good trade talk news would be coming out soon? And the Wall Street Journal's talking about it right there. And I'm telling you, that's probably going to happen and make this thing bounce. So there you go, everybody. I would say that's a good, fun pre-market review talking about Apple Minis and my new office and everything else. So good stuff right there. Good morning. And there you go. So I would say that's a good pre-market review. I think we know what we're looking at, and I will keep you guys posted and see what we see. And yeah, we're going to just crush the market as we go forward for sure. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to follow along on YouTube and X and all that good stuff, and like it. And yeah, trade smart and lock in your profits today. So I will keep you guys posted. Let me know if you guys see anything. If you have any questions, hit me up on X. Just shoot me a DM or a comment. I'll respond. I'll hit you back. And yeah, anything you want to know, feel free to ask. And there you go, everybody. So goodbye, good luck, see you later. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day, everyone.